morning. Welcome to Tech Turks. Today I have Dr. Abiodun of Help Mom. Help Mom is a social enterprise whose objective is to reduce infant mortality in Nigeria, which is pretty high. So, Dr. Abiodun, welcome to Tech Turks. So tell me, how did you get into this notable venture?
Okay, thank you for having me today. So when I was in school, I was in the 500 level then, that was in 2016. So we were doing a course, called zoonosis. And zoonosis practically is disease that can be gotten from animals to women. So we're doing a particular disease then, which was toxoplasmosis. And toxoplasmosis, sometimes when pregnant women keep animals around them like cats and dogs, and those cats and dogs are infected, it can cause congenital infection in their baby. So when I discovered that, I started reading more, and I even noticed that even the people that are well knowledgeable, the educated pregnant women, don't even know this sometimes, that keeping animals around this sometimes can make you prone to having some congenital infection from them through toxoplasmosis. So I started reading more about maternal and infant health in Nigeria, and I discovered that it's so pretty high. Nigeria is the second largest contributor to maternal and infant mortality in the world. I mean, talking about every single day, according to UNICEF, from the last statistics in 2015, we lose 145 pregnant women daily, and we lose 2,300 under 5 children daily. And so it's a lot of problems, actually. It's not only toxoplasmosis, poor health care, lack of access to basic tools that women need during delivery. So we now discovered that even those that are not living in the rural and disconnected communities, even for those that are in the urban community, they don't know about these things. So that means they're facing more problems. It was another time I discovered that Nigeria was the second contributor to maternal and infant mortality in the world. We lose 145 pregnant women daily, 2,300 under 5 children daily. Necessarily, it might not be up to that number sometimes, but I can tell you for sure, because of our work in rural communities, we've seen a lot, and it might even be more than that number sometimes, and some days might not be up to those numbers. So we decided that, okay, when we started, we were going to rural communities providing health care.
So who's we? But had you already started
Yeah, so I started with some of I was in school then.
Okay, so you started from school,
school. Yeah, when I was in school, I was in 500 level then. Okay. The year before my final year. So some of my friends, medical students, so we are going to rural communities then to provide free healthcare services, free health, giving talks and the likes. But along the way,
how was this being financed? This is such an interesting story.
Then it was just necessarily just passion, which I'm going to even go into to explain better. We're not making any money then, we're just going to rural communities, providing healthcare services and the like. So fortunately enough for us, I was invited to Kenya for a competition against Health Innovators 15, and I won. It was the same month I won the Tony Elumelu Foundation grant also. So it was around that time I decided that I think we need to make this a proper business, or we need to define it as a social enterprise or something. So it was then, we now looked at all the problems facing maternal care, a lot of them, but there are some of them we can monetize. So we came up with the Clean Birth Kit solution that, okay, why can't we have a bag that contains all the essential tools women in rural communities that have home delivery can use at home? That was why we came up with the Clean Birth Kit. And the Clean Birth Kit around that time was 2,005, which we started selling first before we later changed the price into 2,000 naira.
So you're selling 2,500 naira to people in the rural areas. How do you convince them to pay that? Because that is a large amount of money.
But the truth of the matter is that in Nigeria, we are the ones speaking about the bad narrative. People in the rural communities can actually pay sometimes, because some of them are farmers. Some of them are even richer than people in the urban communities. That's what I've come to discover. And also sometimes because we don't sell directly to them. Sometimes there are people in the rural communities called the traditional birth attendants. They are the people that have home deliveries. So we sometimes sell through these traditional birth attendants and give them a flexible payment plan. So a woman now, from the first month of her delivery, she can be paying as low as 300 naira until the time she'll be delivering, and she can buy it. While some that can pay at once, they can be able to pay at once. So later on, we now added the vaccination tracking system, because Nigeria has the lowest rate of immunization, 13%. And last year, within the last 10 years, Javi has provided over $700 million in form of funding for vaccination. So there is readily available vaccination in Nigeria, but people don't know that they are available. So we decided that, okay, why can't we just be a link, a communication link between these women in rural communities and the people that have these vaccinations for free, so that they can know that it exists. they can go and present their children for immunization and prevent their children from vaccine-related death. So that's how we came up with the solution of using the power of mobile technology, which is the vaccination tracking system, and low-cost innovation, which is the maternal kit, to tackle maternal and infant mortality.
So let me ask you, how do you put that kit? What is in that kit, and how do you put it together, and how do you distribute it?
Okay, so let me talk about the value chain now. So when the kit is in a bag, the bags, we give it to women. The people that make our bags are women. We are creating employment for them. The person that prints on the bag is a woman. We are creating employment for her. So the people who buy the content from, we don't buy the content from only one person. We have like 3 distributors, local distributors we buy the content from. We have 11 items inside: maternity pads, surgical blade, mucus extractor, cord clamp, disinfectant, antiseptic, cotton wool, gauze. 11 items that is in the kit. So we buy it from 3 different distributors locally. Then we are buying a large quantity. Then we have a warehouse in our office in which we pack the kit. So we have people in rural communities now, traditional birth attendants, that help us sell the kit. We also have people, if you know about primary health centers in Nigeria, there are primary health centers in rural communities, that we have nurses also that help us sell the kit. So these channels sometimes help us sell the kit to women. Whereas there are some organizations like maybe some companies that are really passionate about maternal health that can just come to us and say, oh, we like what you're doing. We want to be donating 50 kits to a community every month. Then we also collect money from those people. Then we help them distribute and we give them a report. So through all these several channels, partnership, selling directly to TBAs, primary health centers, and selling to women are the ways we get across our kit to pregnant women and nursing mothers.
How will technology help? Because you mentioned you have a software tracking system. How do you think technology can help, make this social enterprise more efficient, reach more people, more impactful, both on the receiving side and also on your side of the business?
Okay. So for our vaccination tracking system, that's the technology side of the business. We can use that to make better health outcome, informed decisions about the fact that when you have a platform in which you send timely reminders to women in their indigenous language, when you have a platform in which you call women to present their children for immunization, when you have a platform in which you are mapping out the areas, like if I stay in this area now, I can tell a woman that there are 4 centers around you where you can have immunizations. We are mapping out those things to show that this power of mobile technology can actually help to increase immunization outcome in Nigeria. So we're going to be releasing an impact report on our immunization tracking system by the end of the year, which is actually going to show an extensive report, because we have over a database of 17,000 women, nursing mothers, and we are constantly tracking them. We are getting their feedback, and we're going to put it down in a report to show that this thing actually works, because that will actually help really scale our impact across Nigeria, because we don't necessarily have to be there. A primary health center can just use our software to register the woman, the nursing mother in their vicinity, and in our office, someone is at the back end ensuring that this mother or present a child for immunization. So I believe technology for us is going to help us scale our work in terms of the immunization, to increase immunization rate in Nigeria, and also to help more mothers present their children for immunization.
Dr. Abiodun, thank you very much for coming on Tech Turks. It was very insightful, and we'll continue the conversation offline.